is a brute. There's the big old northern, 27-inch one. Here, look at that, just ate it. Just gulped that rapala. Alright, it's literally starting to get dark, and now the crappies have finally kind of showed up. After 8 o'clock, and it's starting to get dark, and now we're catching some crappies. But this one chomped it. Look at that bait way down there. Well, this time we're in Wisconsin. The Mississippi had an allergy bloom or something like that. The water's completely just a nasty green. The fish everywhere just ain't not really cooperating the best. So we moved away from the Mississippi into a Wisconsin lake, catching some late afternoon crappies right before dark. And here's an eater size one. So enjoy the video and hope us can find a nice one. All right, we started off at the Mississippi River and quickly found out that is not where we should have been. So we moved to a Wisconsin lake in the afternoon, 2 different afternoons, going after slow biting crappies. We were just using a tiny under 1-inch jig with some fake wax worm from Gulp, throwing it out there and jigging it back to us. Now this lake is mostly all weeds on the bottom, and these in the afternoon is when they start kind of heating up, them crappies, and that's what we try to target. Enjoy the video of us after crappies in Wisconsin. Well, late summer bluegills underneath the spillway. Fishing's really tough, but we might have found something underneath this Mississippi River spillway. First bluegill, just eater size. Well, number 2 already. Been here only for 10 minutes. Not even. Another eater. Another 9.5 crappie. Sun's almost down. What I'm using here is a crossfire. Right there, that's the reel. And there's my rod. And then I'm using under a 1-inch jig head with fake gulp waxy. That's what it looks like right there. And I guess this video is now a crappie video because the Mississippi apparently has an algae bloom where the water is like almost pure green everywhere. Couldn't believe it. The night before I was fishing it down there and it was just nice and clear, and just overnight that all happened down that Mississippi. So we're on a Wisconsin lake trying to catch some crappies. We caught some, as you already seen. All right. Okay. He wanted to hop out of my hand, but we got another eater. Really slow bite, or not really. We're catching a lot of small ones. That's the problem. We're catching crappies. It's not the eater size ones. But there's one that puts me at 3 for crappies. Had to get away from that Mississippi because of that algae bloom or whatever it's doing. The sun is completely down and it should be prime time. But we're barely catching any crappies, and that one's too small. Should be prime time, they should be biting, but they're doing that opposite thing where they're not. Alright, it's literally starting to get dark, and now the crappies have finally kind of showed up. We're catching, at least getting a lot of bites now. So, enough talking, and let's get back to fishing here. There's another eater crappie, probably in another 9.5. Well, it's starting to get dark. Here, let's see if I can lighten it up. Too small of a crappie, but still catching some. It's a little bit slowing down a little bit. Clock at night and we're catching crappies. Just eater size crappies. No, nothing crazy or anything, but enjoying it. And it's really cool weather tonight. Completely clear, as you can see, and we're catching crappies. All right, let's continue. Time's running out. All right, 8 o'clock. After 8 o'clock, and it's starting to get dark, and now now we're catching some crappies. There we go, on that little jig with that little wax worm from Gulp. Fake waxy, faking them out. Let's go. That's our 5th crappie. Well, as you can see, it's been getting pretty dark. So I'm gonna turn on my lights here. We're gonna head out because they kind of stopped biting. We got 2 in the cooler. That's 4 right there. Got 6. We got here late. I mean, if we would have came here instead of go down to the Mississippi, we probably would have maybe got enough to, or got pretty close to max out, but we weren't in the right spot and it took us a while. So we grinded it what we could at the very end to get what we can. So we got some food, but yeah. All right. Well, there we go. Got some light. Crappies. As you can see, it's time to go home. We made the wrong decision going to the Mississippi because the day before, literally the day before we were down there and the water was this clear. And then today it's all just pure nasty green. You couldn't even see barely down there. I couldn't believe it. Just overnight, big algae bloom or something. It's all greenish. We made the mistake going to the Mississippi when we should have came here at this Wisconsin lake, inland lake, and we would have caught a lot more fish. But we got here too late. Had to look for them. Well, we're back out here. First crappie. Right now, it's after 2 o'clock, or I think it's getting close to 3 o'clock, and they're not really biting at all. But here's our first one. We just caught it now, so maybe as the afternoon comes, it only gets better. That guy's too small though. On that jig with a little bit of waxy gulp. Alright. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I was starting to fall asleep there for about almost 20 to half an hour of just absolutely nothing. I even brought the chair out to sit down and I'm falling asleep, and then I got to this corner here and I cast out, and this first eater bit at after 3 o'clock now. Maybe they're gonna start, I don't know, I'm hoping. Right now it's really putting me to sleep, but there's a nice one. Alright, here's a nice one, or well, not a nice one, but eater size at least. It's really slow today from last night. This afternoon it's just so slow. But there's another eater. Well, just like last night, I'm getting one good fish like every hour. It's a lot slower. But this one chomped it. Look at that bait way down there. Just inhaled it. But yeah, really slow tonight. Well, that is it. It's really slow this afternoon. Anyway, yeah. Hope y'all can get out and catch some fish. Enjoy the nice weather when it shows up and try to avoid the heat. I think summer's gonna drag on this year a little bit. So, see y'all later. Hope you enjoyed the video.